right, begin.
What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys have had a great day so far. So I wanted to come on here and talk about this crazy situation that's going down where this radio host, right, out in Buffalo, New York, I believe, he basically compares Serena Williams' hue, her skin tone, to toaster settings. Yeah, despicable and disgusting, right? Now, the individual who made these disparaging comments in regards to Serena Williams, his name is Rob Lederman, and he's been in radio, like I said, for some years. Now, this is the thing about this whole situation. He's been fired for his commentary in regards to Serena and basically saying that Serena was left in the toaster a bit too long for his liking. I mean, that's what he basically said. Now, you have the show Cocktails with Queens that's hosted by Claudia Jordan. Now, she has her co-host in Vivica Fox and Selena Johnson and also Lisa Raye. So this topic came across the table, right? And they started talking about what Rob Lederman said about Serena and things like that. That Rob said that he wouldn't go any further than a Halle Berry skin tone, and that was it. And so what was so puzzling to me, and it definitely shocked Selena Johnson because she wasn't here for what Lisa Raye was saying. Lisa Raye defended Rob Lederman, and I was just shocked that she would actually say that's his preference and things like that. So anyway, listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you what Rob Lederman said first about Serena Williams and not going past a Halle Berry complexion as far as dating women. And then following that, I'm going to play you the little spat that Lisa Raye and Selena Johnson got into over this topic. All right, so sit tight and your boy will be right back.
So what is your
what's the number?
Setting,
I think it's probably a 7-ish, 6 to 7, probably 7.
See, we have ours, and I may get into trouble for
like
this.
2 o'clock.
I have them to the attractiveness of women that I find to be attractive. So I will never go to a Serena Williams level, but I'm very comfortable with, like, I'm very comfortable at a Halle Berry level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I need a little bit of mulatto still coming through. It can't be,
not like, is Gayle King that's not in your realm?
No, Gayle King is not even on my toaster level.
Let me tell you something.
He ain't, because guess what? Serena's whole white husband, who's a billionaire, bitch, he did go down to the Serena Williams level with your report.
Wait a minute.
So get your out of here.
Was an opinion. I heard that he's just saying that he won't go as far as a dark-skinned black woman. He's really going with the color of a Halle Berry. What's wrong with that? That's
a fool because nobody asked you that. That's first. Second of all, that's colorism. That's colorism. He could have said that very differently. That's colorism. He could have said that differently in this climate. And you're a personality. He could have said it like this.
Mocha chocolate opposed to cappuccino?
No, this man said, I like a more mixed. That's what this man said. He said, I like a more mulatto. That's what this man said. To me, that is colorism and discriminatory. That's a fool to say, I don't like them. Listen, as a black woman, I could say, you gonna say toast?
Listen, Lisa, I get what you're saying about having a preference, but he's a like there's certain things you just cannot belt out on an airwave that's getting sponsorship that's catering to a mass audience. And I just think that if that's your preference in real life, that's fine. You can have your preference. But once you broadcast across airways, like there's certain things we can't say on this show or that we shouldn't, or we know it's going to affect our money, right? And I just think that it was insensitive to kind of like compare us to toast. Like when he said, I'll never go that. Okay, you can have your preference, white boy. Just like we don't want you. You can have your preference. You're right about that. It's the way he said that was trash.
I don't know. I'm not there with it. I just think that we're so sensitive now that I think that just like how we talked about Justin Bieber video and about him using Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? He got a pass because he's more black-white. He's more white-black. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I
love you, Lisa Raye, but no mamula. Martin Luther King Jr.
Respect my drip, and I'll run your fade.
All right, so you guys heard what Lederman said in regards to him choosing someone that looks like a Halle Berry over a Serena Williams as far as, you know, how dark he would go as far as dating women. And so you also heard what Lisa Raye said, and she came out and she defended him and said, hey, it sounds like a preference to me. But you also heard Selena Johnson get up in that and say, no ma'am, this is colorism. And I agree with Selena wholeheartedly, because this is the thing. You're talking about a toaster, right? You're talking about toast that goes into a toaster. You set the settings of how light and how dark you want your toast to come out. You push the lever down and it pops up accordingly, right? So the complexion of your toast and the level of crispiness of your toast is going to come out to where you set it, to where you wanted it to be in the first place. So if you set it on a 5, it's going to come out light brown, a little bit crispy. The higher you go, the darker your toast gets and the crispier it becomes. So basically, what this clown is saying is that Serena was left in the toaster oven, and people with the same hue as a Serena were left in the toaster oven just a little bit too long for his liking. That's what that clown is saying. Now, Halle Berry did speak on this. So let me read you all what she had to say in regards to this situation. So Halle says, disgusting. It's ridiculous. This type of nonsense is still being broadcasted across the airwaves. All black women are beautiful and worthy. Rob Lederman, GTFOH. All right. So Halle Berry wasn't here for it. I commend Halle Berry for standing up on the behalf of all African American women. I appreciate her stance on this particular issue, because she could have just taken it as just another compliment because she is so beautiful. She didn't have to step in and say a damn thing, but you know, we would have roasted her if she had nothing to say anyway. But this is the thing about this situation, right? Rob Lederman is entitled to his preference, but it's the way that he said it, right? When you start comparing, you know, black women to toaster settings, that's just so disrespectful, and it comes off as colorist. Now, as far as Lisa Raye goes, I'm just so disappointed in her that she would take this position on this. You know, sometimes it's best to be quiet, right? And I'm saying that respectfully because she has a right to her opinion, but in this situation, her opinion was just way off. There's a difference than someone just having a preference versus the fact that, you know, you have a preference, but you're going to throw disrespect on that preference too and compare that particular person to objects or being within an object that created something too dark. Just like this situation, or comparing a person to animals and things of that nature. Listen, Rob Lederman thought that he was safe with his commentary in regards to Serena. He thought that if he got in trouble, because he did allude to the fact that what he might say, he might get in trouble, but homeboy, he didn't expect to get fired from his position of 20-something years. And the 2 other co-hosts got suspended. So listen, they all thought that if they got into any trouble, that it wouldn't be major, right? They felt that they had all the cachet in the world, that they had the ability and the privilege to come on the radio show and talk so freely about this. Now, Rob Lederman didn't think that he would get fired for this. That's why he did it and said what he said in the first place. Now, he alluded before he said what he said that he might get in trouble, but I really think that Rob felt that if he did get in trouble, it was just going to be a slap on the wrist, that he wouldn't get fired. Now, part of the reason why I'm not going to read his apology here is because I think it's fake. Basically, because this is the thing. You're going to say that you meant no harm by what you were saying, right? And you didn't mean to harm anyone. But before you said it, if you guys go back and listen to how it starts off with him talking about it, he said, I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this. So in my estimation, you knew what you were going to say was dead wrong. It was wrong. So why would you say it in the first place? So it just comes off fake to me. So I'm not going to read that dissertation, that fake dissertation, right? Not on my platform. But anyway, I think Lisa Raye dropped the ball on this. You know, everybody's looking at her with the side eye like, girl, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It never seems to surprise me how our own people think sometimes. But anyway, I'm going to let this go and let y'all have that in the comments. Drop down and let me know what you think about this whole entire situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll get with you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.